Be Better, episode 54. Told you guys I was trying to knock more of these out whenever I have basically a little, say, maybe a quiet house, either late at night, early in the morning, sometimes randomly after work. Girls might be somewhere, wife's doing something. That happens to be the case. So I want to knock something out for you guys before. I think I'm going to go on a weighted walk. Just one of those days where woke up hungry, decided to suffer, decided not to make something to eat. Not that I can't have anything to eat. I just wanted to make things a little bit harder. So I went to the gym, regardless of eating, at about 4:30. Just slammed pre-workout. And then usually once I get some caffeine, I get moving. The hunger typically goes away just for a little bit. And then I'll have a shake afterwards. But, I just wanted to I like doing hard shit. I think sometimes we get out of the groove of that. And then, every once in a while, kind of, I got to check myself and go get the fuck back in, lock in, get back at it, suffer. You don't deserve all the treats just because you did a fucking bodybuilding show 2 months ago. Eat correctly, make better choices. This is stuff, we think something's just going to click, right? And it's always going to be, oh, I'm just going to eat healthy forever and it's going to be easy. It's not easy. It's not for me. Every day I have to lock back in. Okay. Can I afford to have this? Can I eat this pizza? Yeah, okay. I haven't done shit for 2 weeks. Like I still haven't had McDonald's since I started prepping. I ate a lot of McDonald's before prep, back in November, leading up to that gaining weight and all that before the prep started for bodybuilding. And it's still just like the other day, me and my wife were like, yeah, just get some McDonald's. And I couldn't do it. Just something about the fast food and just, I know it's not going to be good for me. Every once in a while, sure, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, it's just not that time. And even like going out to eat at work, it's like hard for me to just go to normal restaurants just because typically I don't want the food. So, my wife will make chicken, rice, and broccoli. That's what I just ate before I came down here. Chicken, rice, broccoli, yeah, with barbecue sauce. I'm like, no, I'm going to feel better, perform better, give my body what it needs. I'll be less sloppy, right? Instead of having a pizza at work or, whatever, I'd rather wait till I get home and eat something a little bit cleaner. And then just delay the gratification of the pizza for another day. Yeah, sometimes maybe I'm a little bit too hard on myself. Sometimes, but I think I have to keep pushing that uncommon amongst the common. It's been stuck in my head a lot lately of just being different, being weird, to some people. It's weird not to sit down and have pizza with the other 8 guys at work. It's weird to wait to just go have the chicken and rice. It's, you become an oddity. That I don't want to be common amongst the common. I want to be uncommon amongst the common. I want to be a little bit weirder, a little bit different. And that's okay with me. I kind of like it. Now I kind of thrive off it. That kind of becomes a little bit of my identity is, oh, that's the guy that doesn't eat. Oh, that guy that doesn't skip meals. Oh, that's the guy having, a yogurt instead of, I don't know, the bag of Doritos. I love Doritos, but I know from performing wise and look wise, and I want to look better. I want to be better. I'd rather have the yogurt. I'd rather feel better. I'd rather feed my body with what it needs rather than crap, because the crap's always going to be there. There's going to be a time and a place for it, but there is, a certain discipline to delaying it, right? Delaying that gratification and just stacking another win for another. Here we go. I'm back. But yeah, nothing against the Doritos or anything, but I'm just trying to stack more wins, have more wins on the day, and especially sometimes when you just work out early, you don't want to, typically you're not going to want the crap food. That's what I kind of tell people too, like ton of benefits of working out early. One, first part of your day no one can take it away from you, right? That 4 to 6, or maybe you're 9 to 5 guy. So that 5 to 7, whatever it is, minus your commute, you're getting ready for the day. No one can typically take that 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. away from you. Getting up half hour earlier it's not easy, right? But it's going to be your time, right? And then you stack that win of being able to get up, stack the win of training. You're going to typically choose healthier things. So like, man, I trained today. made a good choice off the bat, delayed my gratification. Now I'm eating my oatmeal and protein powder. That's a meal I typically have every day. And then I'm going to have a good lunch that my wife packed, or from dinner the night before. That's typically healthy. And then I'm going to choose the apple and the yogurt. And then I'm going to choose a better dinner. And I'm going to choose to stop eating it this time. And I'm going to make these little choices. And I'm going to promise myself I'm going to do this so I feel better, look better, perform better. Right. And, I get that a lot too, of how do you get up early? How do you be consistent? How do you I go on these weird shifts at work where what was it? I went home. I got home around 5 p.m. last week. Then I got called back in around 8. Then I worked till 7 in the morning. Got off, took a nap, woke up. That day I didn't train because I had work doing the computer. Got up in time to work on the computer before I went back to work for another 16. Then got off at 7 in the morning the next day, 16 hours after working in the night, wet, rainy, dog shit weather. Went straight to the gym because I knew, if I start resting or I sit, I'm fucked. It's kind of like I tell people sometimes after work too, if you stop moving, you're screwed. So just keep moving. I'm the same way. Once I sit, I'm fucked, especially when I get on weird shifts. So I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to go right to the gym, slam a pre-workout, all by myself in the gym. It's kind of nice, actually. Training hard, trained heavy, post a little bit on Instagram, just kind of went nuts. Then I did a 16-mile bike ride with my wife because she's doing a marathon, so I wanted to trail her and help her out with her fueling and all that stuff. Makes her run a little bit easier from there. So I did that, and then I put those Normatec leg things on because my knees were killing me. Because I believe it or not, riding a girl's bike 16 miles when you don't ride a bike at all is very tough for me. And then I passed out for like an hour or two before getting some stuff done for the night, taking the girls out, and then back to work. But the discipline to get up early is just like I was telling. I went on a rant a little bit on Instagram today, and it's just I just want it more than you do. And some of it's like I'm up early and you're not. Ha ha, fucking beat you. I beat you, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but I fucking beat you. I don't know who I'm competing against, but I beat you. Sometimes I would set the alarm or the coffee machine for like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I would try to beat it up, right? I would wake up before my coffee machine started. Kind of seems silly, but sometimes those little goals will help you push getting up. And plus, it's like typically I don't hit snooze. When you hear that alarm, I just get up. Or what a friend taught me, my buddy Charlie Zamora, he has a rule, like if he gets up to piss or gets up within 30 minutes of the time he's going to wake up, he'll just get up. Because I've woken up before at like 3:20 in the morning, and I'm when my alarm set for 4 that day, and I've gone back to bed, and it's so hard to get up at 4. Whether if I just stayed up, and there's always something I could do, whether it's computer work or prepping food or whatever the hell it is, there's something I could be doing productive wise at that time in the morning, especially when I'm by myself. A lot I can get done. It's so much easier just to stay up rather than just laying back down. The minute you go back to that warm bed next to your warm partner, the warm blankets, or they're ice cold and it's warm out, you know what I mean? You crawl into bed and it feels great. Suffer. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck out. Don't go back into bed. Whatever it is, keep moving, right? The more you move, the longer you live. The more you move, the less you eat. The more you move, the less you sit, right? It's pretty simple. But once we crawl back into bed, once we hit that snooze, you're kind of screwed. And then you get dog shit sleep because you're snoozing every 10, 12, 15 minutes, and you're just snoozing and snoozing and snoozing for an hour, and you feel worse getting up. So they've done like a lot of sleep researchers, whatever the fuck you call people, sleep scientists. They say you're better off getting up at the exact same time every single day. So typically I'll get up at 4:30 every single day. Doesn't matter if it's Saturday, doesn't matter if it's Friday, Sunday, doesn't matter if I'm working, not working. Only thing that throws it off is I'm already up working. Obviously, I'm not going to wake up at 4:30, but 99% of the time, I'm getting up at the exact same time every day. And then it makes it a little bit easier to get up rather than like waking up 5 a.m. Monday through Friday and then Saturday sleep until 10, right? My kids will never be up before me, ever. Unless they're sick and they're awake in the middle of the night, they're not going to beat me up. Something's weird about that in my head is a kid up while I'm sleeping in my house. That weirds me out. Even sometimes my wife being up before me weirds me out. I don't know. I have to be the first one. Maybe it's just like a winning thing. But the kid thing has always bothered me. Like I don't want my kids to be like, oh, my fucking dad's still sleeping and it's 10. I think I've seen that before in other parents as a kid, maybe. And it's like scarred me to where I'm like, yeah, this guy's a little lazy. And I'll never be that lazy dad. So that, and then plus I don't want anybody up before me, whether it's in my head, I want my own time, or I have to beat everybody up. I have to be the first one out of bed. I did like, maybe that's just a weird thing about me. Maybe it's something you guys can adopt to help you guys get out of bed. Because I know people struggle with it. They want to say, I'm going to get up early and train. You hit the snooze 45 times. You get up an hour, 2 hours later. You're fucked. You're rushing. You got a shitty last 2 hours of sleep, hour of sleep of hitting the alarm. Go on with your day. I'll train after work. Shit happens. Kids practice. Stuff around the house needs to be fixed. You get stuck at work late, 7, 8 o'clock. You're tired. You eat some shitty food. Then you really don't want to move. And then you stacked a shitty fucking day. Right. So winning the mornings, just getting out of bed, wanting it more. There's no like trick. There's no trick to getting up early. It's just, I want it more than you do. So good luck. My girls are not going to have an out of shape dad. My wife's not going to have an out of shape partner. It's not going to fucking happen. I won't tolerate it because it's my habit and it's now my discipline to get up early. And now I'm the guy that gets up early. So I got to live up to that. Right. And it's, it's maybe it's something to be about masculine. After I kind of went on a rant on Instagram a little bit today about that as well, as preserving it. Right. It's doing shit you don't want to do, being uncomfortable, choosing suffering for the unchosen suffering that comes with life. It helps. You have to have some sort of grit, right? Everybody says it's okay to be weak. I mean, not everybody, but you see the things on it. It's okay. Everybody relax. It's okay to be a weak man. Abso-fucking-lutely not. It is not okay to be weak. Is there times? There is a line, right? You don't want to be the foo-foo silly man, right? And you don't want to be the Andrew Tate, or he's very educated, but like that, there's both extremes, right? Of this manhood. People get kind of confused where you should land in the middle, right? Because you don't want to be a sissy man. You don't want to seem like you're, a lot of stuff he says is about rude about women. So like, where do you line up? You want to be super fucking masculine, or the toxic masculinity that's probably overplayed, and you don't want to be this feminine man. So where do you line up, right? So there's not okay to be weak. I've never believed in weakness, whether it's in strengths or just in mentality. Not okay to be weak. Is it okay to be vulnerable? You used to not think so. You used to thought vulnerability equaled weakness. They were one or the other. It's not. Vulnerability does bring connection, right? Being able to be somewhat vulnerable with my wife, to see a softer side of me, especially having daughters, it does change you. I wouldn't be talking like this 10 years ago. I guarantee that. But it changes you for the better, I think. Having that vulnerability allows me to be closer to her, allows me to be closer to my daughters, right? But it doesn't mean I walk in the door and I bitch about work until I go back to work, or until I go to bed and I complain. Like, a lot of shit my wife doesn't hear about. She doesn't need to. Not her fucking problem. My problem. Because I'm the man and I handle my own shit. I don't need to vent about every fucking thing that happens. I own it, or I leave it at the fucking door. And then when I get back to work the next day, I deal with the next fucking fire and the next pile of shit that's handed to me that I have to figure out for people. That's a lot of my job lately. It's not just turning wrenches anymore. It's dealing with a lot of bullshit. Something I've chosen, but is what it is. But I leave that shit at the door. Sure, sometimes my wife, how to go today, and I'll give her a little snippet. She ain't getting the fucking full story. Doesn't need it. Doesn't help us. That's my fucking problem, right? And the other part I was talking about is protecting femininity. Nowadays, people think they could be a girl, think you could be a woman. You think you could bring the presence of a woman just by pretending and saying you are. So now you could use different bathrooms and all that bullshit, right? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Us as men have to stand up for women. And you think it's an easy thing to do as being a woman? They say stay-at-home moms, oh, this is an easy job. If your wife goes away and leaves you with the kids for a while, and you blow up or lose your cool and realize, fuck, I think being at work's easier. Heard guys, many guys say that. I've said that too. It's like, sure, I love being home. Don't get me wrong. A lot of times being at work's a lot easier. That and the other struggles of becoming a woman. Yeah, becoming a woman, right? These people pretending to become a woman. Well, also like just general vulnerabilities. My wife was running today. She saw creepy fucking dudes on the trail, weirdly dressed, waving at her. Like, if someone did that to me, I'm like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Right? It's just, that's a guy thing, right? We're not going to run away. Like, I'm going to see how this goes today. But for my wife, it fucking freaks her out. We don't have to deal with that shit. They do. We need to protect them, protect femininity, and make sure women are women again and men are men again. Also, with the getting up early, right? What are we showing us? Sorry, what are we showing our families and ourselves, right? We're showing that we can do hard things. We can choose to suffer. And I get back on the topic of like, you think it's going to be easy. Like, you think it's going to be like, oh, sure. If you get up every day at the same time, will it get easier? Absolutely. It will get easier than the flip flops of the different times up. But is it easy? Do I wake up and go, oh, whew, yes, thank God I can get out of this bed next to my hot wife. I didn't want to do anything with her anyway this morning. I'd rather just go to the gym where there's nobody meeting me. I'm by my fucking self and I'm training. There's no accountability. Only accountability I have is my fucking mirror. Nobody's meeting me at 4:30 in the morning. I've met a couple people who like randomly said they wanted to work out. One guy bumped to at like a sporting event, right where my same age as my kids. A couple other people like, oh, I want to train with you. I want to train with you. Yeah, show up. We're at what time? 4:30. Be there at 4 fucking 30. Most of them last one time. I even had a guy come in on like a random day. He lasted once. Doesn't want to text back. That's fine. That's what you're choosing to do. I'm going to choose hard shit. And one thing that's hard is getting up. It doesn't get easier. It gets a little bit more manageable for sure because I'm consistent with it. But every day I do not pop out of the bed, unlike The Undertaker, unfortunately, and rise up and run out the door. I go, fuck, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Go now. If you sleep any later, you're falling behind. You're falling behind. Fine. Fuck you. I get up. Very simple. Get up and I do the next right thing. Get my shit together, out the door. First one in the gym, lights on, music, go. Again, nobody's meeting me. There's nobody that's going to say, hey, why aren't you at the gym this morning? I don't have training partners. We have guys we squat together on Fridays. That's great. We do it about 4 p.m. It's the thing we've done for years and years and years. It's our tradition. And I fucking love it. Love that shit. Love going head to head with Cam. Love seeing guys hit PRs. Love seeing other gym members join us and have fun. Love that shit. But my 90% of my other training, solo, by myself. Whether it's 4:30 in the morning, whether it's 10:30 at night. Sometimes I'm lucky and it's fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's great. Lately, that's been rare. Lately, we've been, I've been burning the can of both ends in the middle. My afternoons are jam-packed, whether it's training kids, out with the wife, working late. It's, we've been doing anywhere from 70, 90-hour weeks lately. So my afternoons are not mine anymore. But the mornings always are. So I can choose to suffer. I can choose to only get 5 hours of sleep, but I can go train and I can do something I love. And my shoulder doesn't hurt that bad this morning. So that's another win, right? Because it doesn't get easier. You get a little bit stronger and your mentality gets a little bit stronger, but it doesn't get easier. And same thing with eating food. Just because I dieted for so long and I know how to do it doesn't make it easier. Today, I'm like, man, I really wanted the pizza. Just ate chicken and rice instead. Because I chose that. Chose to be a little bit healthier. Chose to stack another chip. In the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? One little pizza versus one little chicken and rice? Not really. It's one meal. But either you can fall off that wagon pretty fast. It's one little meal. It's one little snack. It's one more drink. And you see where this goes, right? So I chose to do the next right thing. But it doesn't ever get easier. I cannot iterate that enough. I am not some, oh, that's just easy for Tom because he knows what he's doing and he knows how to train and then the diet's easy. Like, dude, it all sucks. Getting up early sucks. Eating clean, I like what I eat. I'd rather have pizza. That part sucks. Like, it's not fun. It's the cravings don't really go away. The wanting to sleep in doesn't really go away. The sometimes not wanting to go to the gym and just checking the box, that doesn't go away. I love fucking training. Love it. Don't always want to be in the gym, but I'm disciplined enough to get my fucking ass in there and check boxes when I have to. And other days, I'll fucking scream. I'll fucking go nuts in the gym, and I'm a fucking psychopath. And I'm screaming out the gym door. People probably hear me at the gas station, quarter mile down the road, saying, what the hell's wrong with that guy? I'm not like you. I will never be like you. Maybe I've got a fucking screw loose. And every once in a while, I got a few fucking screws loose and I fucking lose my mind in a good way. Maybe you guys all need to loosen a couple screws. Get up a little bit earlier. Choose to eat a little bit cleaner. Choose to be a more present dad. Choose to be an in-shape dad. Choose to not be out of breath because you're out of shape. Decided to eat pizza over and over and over and over. Decided not to get up over and over and over. Look in the fucking mirror. You don't like what you see? Let me help you. You're in the area, you don't like what you see? Come train with me for free. Come show up 4:30 in the morning. Come lift with me. I'll fucking be there. Most of you won't. But the very few that are uncommon amongst the common, you're going to pick up what I'm putting down. And maybe a couple things stick with a couple of you, and then that's great. I'm trying to get people fired up. This is not to boast, to brag, to bullshit. This is me trying to get other guys fired up. That's my demographic. I know it's 24 to 45-year-old males. I understand. When I first got Instagram, it was for chicks, right? First got into working out to look good naked for chicks, right? We all know what it was for. Now, I don't want chicks. I got enough girls in my house. My 2 dogs are girls. All I have is women in my life. Don't want any more. I'm here for the guys. Let me fucking help you. Come train with me. Come get trained by me. Whatever it is, reach out. I am always one to respond. I'm always one to help people get fired up. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I'm just trying to get you guys off the fucking couch, live a little bit longer, be a little bit of a better dad. I just want you to be better. Pretty fucking simple. I'm out. I'm going to go walk around with a weighted vest, sweat my dick off. I sweat my dick off for like 9 hours, 10 hours a day. I'm just going to go do it again because I don't care. Because I want to be fucking different. You should be different as well.